Hey everybody, welcome to the Dad Challenge Podcast. My name is Josh. Thanks for joining me. Today we're talking about Maia Night. One of my most recent forays into this exploitation world is TikTok. And Maia Night leads it, basically. I mean, she's not the top of the top, but she's top of the top of the disgusting moms, right? She continues to use her children to, come at her haters, I guess. A lot of people are starting to really catch on to the shit that she's doing. It's really bad. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, the things that she's doing now, like, we all get it, Maia. You're a wine mom. You're not your average mom. You're a single mom. We get it. But it's time to stop doing things like this at the expense of your children. So she's got a little TikTok that came out, and she's really scared about, and she's super upset about this guy who came and took pictures of the kids. And I've got this Q&A. People keep wanting me, you should get to know her a little more. And so I'm going to break down a Q&A. So we're going to do those two videos today. We're going to talk about Maia Night. It's getting out of hand, and I don't think that she's going to be able to hold on to the avalanche of hate she's going to get soon, because the Reddit forums are growing by the hundreds, if not thousands. It's getting crazy. We got to talk about it. Let's go. So if you don't know who Maia Night is, she is a TikTok mom of twins. She's a single mom. A lot of things are starting to come out now about her story. Now, she went on an article and said, hey, baby daddy told her to terminate the pregnancy and didn't want anything to do with them, and she used it for an article, right? And then we saw the other video where she's like, I ran into him the other day and he didn't know I was pregnant. So Maia Night can't keep her story straight. Not that that really matters in the end, because, in the end, I'm all about the exploitation. I don't care about anything else, really. I will talk about her negligence, her alcoholism, and everything else, because it brings you guys to listen. But in the end, all I really care about, because she can get help for all the other things, but what she can't get help with is the exploitation of her children. Those kids can't get help from that. That's not something that's like you can go to an AA meeting for. Okay, Maia Night chooses to use her children to make thousands upon thousands of dollars per post that she makes. So we're going to break down this one video here. I'm going to open up here. And I'm always going to go back to this. I don't understand how she has 8 million subscribers. Her content has no character. It's not funny. It's mind-boggling to me that she has 8 million people that are so obsessed. But they're not obsessed with Maia. They're obsessed with Maia's children. In this video, she proves how obsessive they really are. Again, Maia Night isn't what they come for. They come for the kids, because Maia has the personality of a dry roasted peanut. She's so bad at this. She doesn't know how to tell jokes. I don't get it. I never will. Maybe I'm old, whatever. But this is the video that kind of sparked up Reddit and Twitter and everybody else, and even her own comment section. So let's take a look.
Okay.
I need to point out too, her kids are sick and she's traveling with sick kids. But if you go into the forums and the threads and everything else, what you'll hear is that Maia passed her kids off to her mom or her aunt, I think it is, when she was sick so that she could recover, right? But when her kids are sick, she takes them all over, traveling all over. She doesn't let them get back to their regular schedule or anything like that. She is taking them all over sick, and these kids are sick. Okay, it's not just like they're sick. And a lot of us like, well, why are they sick? Maybe it's because they ate off of a hotel bathtub. And maybe it's because they did licking a hotel shower glass. Look, guys, as much as you think it's okay, it's not okay for kids to do this. For a couple reasons. Likely it hasn't been cleaned from whoever was doing whatever in that shower before. Okay, and if it has been cleaned, it's been cleaned with chemicals. And those kids are licking chemicals off of a glass hotel shower. And don't get it twisted. She's not aloof. She's not like, oh, I didn't know. Maia does this because she knows it sparks more comments and it sparks more hate. And in turn gets her more views. She does it on purpose. But the problem here is that it's like every it's a joke, haha. But it's a joke at the expense of her children's health. That's the problem here.
I was really pissed off last night, so I privated all my videos, and
she didn't private all her videos. She privated 2 videos.
I made a ranting video, but then I didn't end up posting it. But they're having some breakfast right now. They had some of these little things that they all of a sudden like out of nowhere. But, okay, so last night, I'm like completely okay with people coming up to me, and I would rather you come up to me and like say hi to me, and like I'm okay with taking pictures and blah blah blah. All I say is like whenever I see someone in public, I say, yeah, you can take a picture, just don't like post it and say where we are.
No. Let me stop you there. No. Don't take pictures of my children. You guys don't see the problem here. You obviously know what I'm going to talk about here for a second. It's never appropriate to approach somebody else and take pictures of their children. Never. I don't care how famous they are. If they're the most famous kids on earth. Never, ever appropriate. Ever! And she's like, yeah, cool. No problem. Go ahead. She's encouraging it right now. Yeah, come approach me if you see me in public and take pictures of my children. Really?
And everyone is always super respectful of that. But last night we got to a restaurant and these people like came in and started screaming about me, which is uncomfortable.
I doubt it. Like, what do you mean screaming? Like, seriously, they come in and be like, Maia, no! Is that what they were doing? Because they would have been kicked out of the restaurant. What do you mean? Was it a bar? Probably was a bar.
And then the guy was taking pictures of me without asking, and I was holding a baby, so he was taking pictures of the baby too without asking, and just sending them to people, which obviously that's super fucking rude. It makes me very uncomfortable. Yeah. And like, if you cared about the babies and you really cared, like you'd be smart enough, like that's stupid. Like, don't do it.
Maya. Maya, oh, you are dumb. Listen, Maya, I'm sorry to tell you this, but you don't get to choose. What you've chosen is money over privacy. Every single one of us knows it. And her comment section knows this too. I might not actually get to the other video, but let's get to the comment section real quick about Maya's, because this is the first time I've ever seen Maya Knight's comment section actually not fully aligned with Maya, which is, if it's actually kind of crazy. So Maya Knight's comments are generally like, so even if you say something completely innocuous, like someone who might not know Maya, right, might just be like, oh, you know, why didn't you try this? It could be some sweet old lady, and her fans will attack that person. No one asked you. Get your own life. Why are you so obsessed? You know, she's doing her best, and that person might not have been attacking. There are some people who do attack, okay? So in this video, Maya Knight's fans aren't so happy, and it gets a little bit crazy. Like here, Cassie says, some people don't understand boundaries, is what she's saying here. But what she doesn't realize is that in Maya's TikToks, if Maya's 20 hours, lets a day pass, whatever, that there's like 1,000 comments of like, where are the kids? Where are the kids? Where are the kids? I need to pay my child support. Where's scotch and vodka? Is that what you mean? Is that what you mean? Boundaries? Because none of you have boundaries. None of you fans have boundaries. And you don't have boundaries because when you come after me, you want me to kill myself and you want to give me death threats. That's also that they don't know boundaries. Maya's fans are insane. They say that we don't know boundaries, people who want to talk about them, or that we're wrong. But these people have zero boundaries when it comes to them feeling that they have a right to these children. Rebecca Pyle writes this, just because we make videos to share our lives does not entitle people to disrespect our boundaries. Have had issues with people showing up to my home. To your home. Yeah, well, just because you make videos doesn't entitle people to disrespect you. You don't get boundaries. If you're in public and you are a public figure, that's what you've chosen. Not saying it's right, but that is what you have chosen, and that is why I talk about what I talk about in here. Maya Knight admitted that there was belligerent fans coming to take pictures of her and her baby. Right? Found her. Didn't know where she was, but found her or ran into her or whatever. Or knew she was around that area. Okay? Next time it might not be a belligerent fan. Next time it might be actually somebody trying to hurt them. I'm telling you this because it's super easy to find Maya. I'm telling you this because of the 8 million fans that she has on TikTok. Likely there's probably a few thousand predators in there. A few thousand predators of 8 million. Okay, maybe 100,000 predators is what I'm telling you. Okay? It's not an uncommon thing. Actually, I spoke to someone who worked at a prison. In the prison, they were allowed to have internet. And a lot of these prisoners who were in there for SA and for like, you know, R and all that kind of stuff and Plutos and all that stuff were in there for that. You know what they watched? Because the prison couldn't filter it out. They watched family vloggers. So up to the point where they had to remove YouTube and all the family vloggers because these predators were watching that for the content that they could get because they couldn't get the other stuff. So they would default to this. That's got to mean something. So I'm telling you this, Maya's admitting she's being found in public. She got 2 babies. She's likely inebriated half the time when she's at a restaurant with her friends who are also inebriated. If not, they're at least half in the bag. They're drinking at a minimum. I don't think I've ever seen Maya at any restaurant ever not have alcohol, right? So she's got to eat. She's on the road. So by her own admission in her own videos, every time Maya sits down to eat, she gets alcohol. And a lot of people are like, it's a restaurant, it's not a bar. Okay, cool, but you're still drinking. Okay, I can be with you there. Sure, maybe she goes to restaurants and all these breweries and all that kind of stuff. Cool. But I've never seen Maya sit down and not have a drink with her meal. Okay. So next time you might not get so lucky, Maia. And she's like, if you really cared about my babies, you'd be careful. No, you don't get to say that. That's not something you can say, Maia. Again, the people who want to hurt you don't care about your babies or you. They want to hurt you. And you're easy to find. And you've made yourself public. You do not get privacy anymore. You get to choose one. Fame and money or privacy. You do not get both. The end. We there? Okay. So I'm going to read some comments because it got pretty crazy in here. So Taylor Ruller writes, sharing your life on the internet doesn't give anyone the right to disrespect boundaries. Yeah, well, it does because you're a famous person. I mean, there are creepy people. That's it. It doesn't give people the right to do anything. But because you are famous, Taylor, you basically forego that opportunity. You don't, because of 8 million people, if you don't think there's going to be some people who don't understand boundaries, who want to meet you, who want to hug your kids, who want to hurt your kids, who want to hurt you, if you don't think there's people in that, you're wrong. And you know that there is. And so when you take this, so Maia gets to choose. She gets to take a risk or not take a risk. Okay? She cannot have the expectation of privacy or of boundaries. She's not allowed to. That's the way it is. She chose money and fame. That's it. You could say this all you want, but it's not the reality of the situation. Eileen Besser says this, you've basically allowed the babies to become celebrities. This is the price. Unfortunately, it's not okay, but it's the reality. Could you imagine what her fans are going to think about this? You know, the people who call you haters, most of them have worried about these things happening since you went viral. Truly, safety is number one. Exactly. Then our insane fans go attack those haters. Not true at all. If people just respect simple boundaries, there would be no problem. It's fine if you want to take pics of her, but screaming, telling people? It's not fine, Ruby. It's not fine. Maia chose this. You know who didn't choose this? The babies. They can't choose this. They cannot consent to this. Their lives are in constant danger now because Maia has 8 million subscribers and so many fans that either want to hug them, babysit them, take them out, steal them, whatever. All jokes, ha ha ha. But when is it not going to be a joke? Why are we waiting for a predator to come kidnap her babies? To do something, to take them for ransom. This is why TikTok, YouTube, Instagram all need to start buckling down on kids' content. These children have zero protections, and these parents choose every time money over safety. Every single time they choose it. Again, Apple user says, I don't mean for this to be in the wrong way, but surely that's a risk you take when you're choosing to post everything. 230 comments. Let's see which ones are really nice to them. Oh, it looks like they deleted that. See, look, I want to show you something. I can't see this comment because they deleted that comment. I just have had this open for a little bit. She is rushing through and someone is deleting all these negative comments right now. I can't see those comments. Let's see if we can find another one. User says, the trouble with putting your life out there for money, people think they're entitled to you and it's safe. She doesn't do it for the money. She does it because it's fun. She's traveling. Oh my gosh. Simple says, see what I mean when I say she's literally putting her children in danger. Exactly. It's not defending bad behavior to be realistic. A lot of her followers are creeps. That's people attracted to these accounts. It's high risk. Amen. And then someone says, shut the F up. See, you can't even have an honest conversation with these fans. You can tell these fans, right? Hey, if you honestly wanted to have an honest to God conversation with these fans, do you think it's safe for these babies to be out in public like this and to be found? Do you think that's safe? They'd be like, yeah, I don't see a problem with that. They don't care. They don't have skin in the game. The only people, again, and I'll say this again and again and again, that are going to suffer because of Maia Knight's selfishness are the babies. They are the only ones that will suffer. They are the ones who are the target. They are the ones that do not have any privacy. Okay, they're the ones that have this baby daddy out there that now we're hearing some chatter about this guy likely looking for some custody, didn't know she was pregnant. There's some stuff going on. Again, as Maia becomes more wealthy, do you not think these guys are going to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, that's my child. I want a part of that. They could be doing it for selfish reasons, or they could be doing it because they honestly didn't know she was pregnant and don't want these kids on the internet and see how unsafe it is. I think it's the former. They want to probably dip into that and use these kids for their own platform. I don't care what anybody says. The only people that suffer in this whole context, in this whole situation, are the babies. And nobody, well, I'm not saying anybody, it's actually starting to grow. There's this growing community of people who are more and more worried about these babies every single day and what they're going through and traveling and being met up with at airports and bars and everything else. That is scary. Okay, Everybody who follows Maia, stop saying this stupid ass comment. These comments do not pass the vibe check. Stop saying vibe check. You don't pass the vibe check. If you feel that you are entitled to somebody else's children and watching somebody else's children online, do you not understand the creepy vibes that you're putting out? That's the vibe check. You're the vibe check. Check your vibes. We, the regular people who are saying stop exploiting children for money, we're the ones that have our heads on right. We're the ones that are calling out the alcoholism, the negligent parenting, everything else, the danger that these kids are in. We're the one calling it out. And then you hate us? We don't pass the vibe check? Give your head a shake, you donut. You are a donut, and everybody hates you. Just another one. Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Matt Captiva writes, it's completely wrong, but sadly, you can't expect that all 8.1 million followers are good people. Lots of toxic people in this app. Now, this person just said, you can't expect everybody to be amazing. And then it's Better Anonymous writes, congrats, you're one of them. You're toxic for calling out Maia's dangerous behavior. I'm toxic, that person's toxic. Not the person demanding to see someone else's children. They're not toxic. Awesome. These people, again, I will continue to cover Maia Knight until the end of time because I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen fans go to bat for someone so bad in my entire life. And at this point are watching it to spite the haters, right? To spite people who have concerns. You know what? We know your concerns are right, but I don't care. It's almost like you're doing it because you know it's wrong, right? Those are the type of people that follow Maia. They know what they do is wrong as parents too. They know that drinking and being the only parent around them is wrong. They know that getting high around your kids, that's wrong. They know that being a negligent parent, that's wrong. But they do it. And they watch her because they want to know that what they do is A-okay. They want to know that they're cool. They want to justify their own behavior. And that's the scariest thing about Maia's fans, is they're all like her. So that means that there's likely millions of mothers out there who think that this is okay. And none of it is okay. Katie Spruill writes, love you, mama. But I think it comes with the territory of putting yourself on the internet. Unfortunately, people don't have manners or respect. Exactly. Of 8 million people that follow you, there's probably more than half of them that don't understand personal boundaries. Obviously, they're watching other people's children on the internet. Of the 8 million people, I don't think, who really stan these babies, I think if you honestly do like these babies and you feel entitled to them, there's something wrong with your head. I honestly think that you have something wrong in your brain. That you cannot understand the dangers. So she says, just because people do all the time doesn't mean it's okay. They should be called out for it. Maia and her babies deserve safety and respect. You're right. The babies deserve safety, but you know what they're not going to get is safety. Do you know why they're not going to get safety? Because she puts them on the internet without their informed consent. They don't have the option for safety. Do you think Maia could really fight off somebody who really wanted her kids? Okay, especially when she's inebriated half the time. Again, if you go to the comment section, they're actively deleting them, but there are so many comments of her own fans are saying, sorry, you don't get both. Unfortunately, that's part of the price we pay when our lives are on social media, right? This user says, that's why most mamas don't post their lives/kids' lives for millions of people online. And then Gab says, she's making TikToks, bruh. Yeah, that's what this person just said, you idiot. This is why most people don't post their lives for millions. Well, she's making TikToks. Oh, this again, I hate these people because they're so incredibly obtuse. And it's almost like they're doing it on purpose. User says, Google the right to privacy for public figures. I learned this in college. There's a price to fame. She never said there was a problem with people taking pictures. It's the disrespectful nature. Doesn't matter, Tirana or whatever your name is. You do not get privacy. The end. Again, I don't want to go. There's so many comments and the freaking Reddit threads are on fire today with this whole content because Maia does this on purpose. She knows it's going to get her views, but actively deleting comments is not something Maia has ever done before. So there's something, I think she saw the switch here. There's a switch. And I guarantee there's going to be about 600 more people on those Maia threads on Reddit after this. I just want to read one more comment though. It says, Mary Doherty says, you don't get boundaries in fame. You kind of choose it. And that's exactly right. You do choose it. But then Amy says, this has a what she was wearing energy. So what Amy is saying is that they deserved it because of what they're wearing. She's saying it's victim blaming is what she's saying. But guys, the babies, these babies are the victim and they'll be the victim, but the mom can protect them from it by not putting them on the internet. That's not a what they're wearing situation. There are predators out there. The mom is actively putting them in danger. They cannot actively take themselves out of danger because they're dependent on their mother. So if anything does happen to those babies, it's going to be Maia's fault. The babies will be the victim. It won't be their fault. It'll be Maia's fault for doing this. Okay? So again, that's a huge stretch of an argument. I'm actually surprised. I think if you go through, it's more than 50% of the comments are calling Maia out, and we've never seen it. Okay. So that one's gone. Let's get into the other video quickly. That's kind of the latest thing that's going on with Maia, but in order to understand Maia a little bit more, we do have to go through her videos, and this one's on YouTube. Okay, so Maia's doing a Q&A with Pilot and Scott, okay, and we're going to go through and she answers some questions. And again, she doesn't do this very often. You do only get to see 1 or 2 minutes of Maia here and there, and if she does branch out to YouTube, because I don't think that Maia is going to ever be checkmarked, because minor safety. I think that if the Reddit forums got together with the thousands of people that they have in them and literally mass flagged every TikTok video Maia has of the kids being in danger, like at bars, licking glass at a hotel, types of things that like being sunburnt, all those kind of things. Now it's minor danger, meaning that she is telling her followers it's okay to be that way. And so TikTok will at least put a little disclaimer that says, if you do this, it's dangerous. So of all the thousands of people that are in those threads against Maia, if they all got together and flagged those videos, it'd be quite interesting to see what happens. But I honestly believe that she hasn't been checkmarked and will not be checkmarked. I could be wrong, because of all the alcohol and minor safety issues that go on. Because I flag every single one of Maia's videos, if I can. Because I honestly believe that the bigger she gets, the more dangerous it gets for her kids. That's minor safety, in my opinion. Anyway, let's take a look at this awesome Q&A video.
Q&A. The babies are probably going to come help me. It's actually nap time, so we might have to do a little intermission.
Does Maia own clothes that aren't stained? Just checking, just asking. Sorry, guys. I know you guys are going to be like, what does it matter if her clothes are stained? It's not about her momming. Well, I mean, her dirty floor, dirty clothes, everything else, kind of part of the whole negligent thing. So it all kind of adds up into this one pile of negligence is what I'm saying. Everything Maia owns is dirty. So it means that she doesn't even do her own kids' laundry, probably. That's why I say stuff like that. If you don't like it, don't watch it.
I'll put them down for that. But okay, I asked on my Instagram for questions, and I'm gonna film a quick Q&A because I'm literally so bored today.
Literally so bored. Where's your White Claws?
Question number 1. Do I miss breastfeeding? Does mom miss it?
Every time these influencers do these Q&As, they get these really weird questions. Like, I would never ever consider asking somebody anything like that. They ask, and you watch, some of the questions are gonna be very intrusive. Who is that literally what women want to talk about? Do you miss breastfeeding? Honestly though, and I'm not shading breastfeeding, I'm just saying, why is that the first question?
Yeah. No. Sometimes I have dreams about...
Of course she doesn't miss breastfeeding, because she drinks a lot. So it just makes it harder for her to do what she needs to do.
Like that I still breastfeed, but I don't know. I just don't get stressed about that kind of stuff. I didn't stop until I was 1,000% ready to stop, and I was like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't think about it enough. I don't think about...
I just have a shoe over there. Just one shoe. Couldn't you clean up? There's a bag of garbage and a shoe. Couldn't you just clean up before you did the video so people I honestly believe she does on purpose because she knows she's going to get some flack for it.
Them going through different milestones and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I need to start thinking about that kind of stuff more and get more emotional about it because I just don't.
She doesn't get emotional about her children's milestones. Again, if anything that Maia puts across that none of us can mistake, and I think even her fans can say this, is that she's not someone who's really excited about her children. She doesn't get excited about milestones, taking first steps, words. It's the only thing I've ever seen Maia get excited about is drinking and partying. That's it. I've never seen her get excited about her children. And again, I have not seen every single video. Happy to see some if there's some videos where she's super excited, but she just admitted to you there, I don't get excited about milestones. Maybe I should. What does that tell you?
And I kept pumping after just in case I wanted to. I kind of stopped breastfeeding them, but then I was still pumping for a while just in case I wanted to start again. But they hated breastfeeding. They weren't gaining enough weight. No, I don't miss it. Okay, do you feel pressured into having more kids? Not right now, but just in general. Yay! She's clapping for herself. Yeah, no, I'm so thankful that I talk about this a lot. Not a lot, but I've talked about it before. I'm very thankful that I had twins, so that I don't feel pressured to have more kids. I don't think that I really would have
Don't have more kids.
Felt pressured anyways, but
Again, these aren't planned. These children are not planned. Pressured to have more kids. She didn't want these kids. What are you talking? What kind of question is that? I mean, once Maya's children get past a certain point where nobody wants to watch them anymore, which except the creepers, she will be pressured to have more kids, because having kids online is huge money, especially if you have 8 million subscribers. That is huge money. And I don't think she's going to pass up the opportunity to do that. I honestly don't.
my dream would to buy some land on the water, like an acre or two, and build a small, like very pretty, eco-friendly house and live in it all summer and then travel all winter. That would be my ideal plan.
You can travel all winter with twins. Good luck.
I don't have any like specific plans. I've been kind of looking at land lately, but
Yeah, this is what she does this for everybody. I know she's not going to admit it to you. These were not prospects she had. She got an education. She was going to work hard, maybe get married, have dual incomes, and then she could have done this a little later. But this literally fell into her lap. I'm not saying she started out knowing she was going to make millions, because that's not the truth. I don't think she said that, and I believe her. But once the money started rolling in, that was it. She dropped out of school. She makes hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of dollars now. She could probably buy the land right now and build the house now, or is likely have already done that and is building a property. Hopefully she keeps it private from everybody so that nobody can come find them. They will. But I hope that she's doing this super secretly and nobody knows anything. Guarantee you she won't, though. But that's what she makes so much money, everybody, and that's why she'll never stop this.
Yeah. I see it happening in the next 2 to 5 years.
This year.
That would be ideal.
Little kid over there is climbing the stairs.
Going in for my skin.
Climbing the stairs.
Oh my god, I don't have any boy names.
Climbing the stairs. I'm like in parent anxiety right now.
I don't know. I just like subconsciously knew that they were girls because I literally had no boy names picked out. I have like my list that I've had forever. I'll literally read them to you.
Say literally every time. Stop saying literally. Oh my gosh, the youth of today.
Okay, this is my boy name list. Samson, Wells.
That's my cat's name.
Sullivan. Sullivan's probably my top boy name because I love the name Sully.
Again, she named her kids after the VTech toys, and then she's going to name her kids off of the Monsters, Inc. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so she did that. It's like probably like 10 minutes later, she goes back
What are those kids playing in?
to my uterus.
Are they playing in the bag of garbage? I swear to God, there's a bag of garbage over there, and those kids are playing in a bag of garbage. There's no toys for them, but they play in garbage.
And she's like, so I'm actually staying too. And I was like, yeah, I saw Thoughts on Single Mom Life. It's literally a dream. Like, I'm living my best life. Like, I love it.
Would you be saying that if you weren't making hundreds of thousands of dollars off your babies? That should be the follow-up question. I'm living my best life, but yeah, if you didn't have the support you had and you didn't make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars off of them, I don't think she'd be saying that.
No man to answer to. I don't have to share them. Like, literally living the best life.
You don't have to share them, except you do share them, but you share them for money. You share your kids with other influencers, and I don't know how much you charge for it if you do it all, but those other influencers get way more fans when they use your children. You literally share your children with other influencers, so don't give me that shit.
Am I still in college? If so, how is it going? No, I'm not in college. People ask me this all the time. I am not in college. I dropped out of school. Yeah, I have a 4-year degree. I have a Bachelor of Science degree. I can get a job. Honestly, I could get a teaching job right now, even in New York State. New York State, you're required to have a master's to get your teaching, just get a teaching
Yes, they're playing with garbage.
job, but everywhere is so hard up for teachers right now, especially my specialty, which is chemistry and biology. I could get a job without my certification, and just, like, once I got the job, I'd obviously have to get certified, or get my master's, but yeah.
You didn't tell us why you dropped out of school.
It was just not what I needed to be doing right now.
What I needed to be doing was exploiting my children for money instead. That's what you needed to be doing. Again, her fans would be like, see, she said she didn't need to be doing it. She needs to be a mom. I get that, right? Again, these kids aren't planned. So I understand that things happen, but she has a support system. She could have stayed in school, and I'm pretty sure she was in school until her shit took off. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
I would 1,000 million bajillion times over rather be at home with the babies.
No, you'd rather be at a bar.
I'm living the dream right now, and yeah, everyone, even some of my family members were disappointed that I dropped out, but I can always go back to school. I can always go back to school. I can't get there this time back. I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, I get it. You don't want to go back to school. You want to take care of your kids. I get that, especially in Canada. Like we have really, really good federal laws to protect moms. You can stay home with your children for like 18 months. I get that. The bond is incredible. Get it. Don't blame her for dropping out because she had kids, and she can go back to school anytime. And I'm hoping she does. I'm hoping she sees eventually how shitty this is, because if she's got 2,500 haters on Reddit right now in those forums, okay, that's only going to triple and double in the next few months, because what people are starting to see is they're starting to go back into her content and see what she's done wrong. And if CPS hasn't been called, they're going to be called. I don't think that they should, but they're going to be. She's going to have headache over headache over headache because people are seeing that she's a negligent mother. You can, the one thing I hate the most about Maia's fans is like, she's doing amazing. Her kids are alive. Like that's the benchmark for being a good mom. But we see time and time again how negligent she is as a mother. Okay? And that she just doesn't care. And then people are like, well, she's pranking you when she does those things. But you don't see the problem with using your children to prank people or to do satire. Again, I get dropping out. I would never blame her for dropping out of school because she wants to raise her kids. That's great. But she didn't drop out to raise her kids. She dropped out because she went viral and started making lots of money. So she's not being truthful.
1,000%. I did the right thing for myself. I can always go back to school. Favorite?
I hope you go back to school. I hope you see the error, and I hope it's not too late. I hope nothing bad happens to these children. It would break everybody's heart. Okay, these kids are victims. They do not deserve to be in the public eye like they are. They do not deserve to be targets like you are when you go to bars and things like that. They do not deserve that. And if anything ever happens to them, Maia's going to be the one that obviously is going to put the blame on herself, and she should, right? But I think if something ever happens, that's going to be the only way that Maia takes her stuff down. Because at this point, she's too deep.
Thing about the girls right now. I love that they are funny and they know that they're funny. Hey!
No, they don't.
Hey! My mom and my aunt love having them. They ask me to take them. So, if they want to take them one night a weekend and give me a night where I can go and like hang out with my friends.
See, it's never just a night though. You have to understand that. Everybody's like, well, you can't go one night. Yeah, but it's the next day of full recovery from being hammered. So it's never just a night. The issue is the next day when you can't be a parent because you're severely hungover. And we've got many videos of proof about you being hungover. You don't go once a week, Maia. That's a complete lie. I think she's saying she goes out to party without her kids once a week. Maybe that's it. Like he gives her kids to her grandmother or aunt, and then she goes and gets like demolished. But 4 the other nights of the week, she goes to restaurants and has drinks. So I think what she's saying is I get hammered once a week.
I'm going to take it and there's nothing wrong with it. So yeah, also I'm going to charge my battery and put them down for a nap, and then I'll do some more questions. I need to know.
Thought they're going out for a nap.
Where do I see myself and the girls in 5 years?
In a mansion.
I just want to party with them all the time. I want to be traveling with them. I hope that we have our awesome house.
I hope they're in school, getting an education, not traveling and partying. That's not an answer a normal mom gives. Where do you see yourself and kids? Well, I hope they're they're going to be starting school. They're going to be in kindergarten. We're going to be, getting them educated. We're going to have a good time, putting them in, starting in piano. 5 years old, you can start, there's going to be some things you do. Traveling and partying is what you're going to do with your kids in 5 years.
That we build together. Ew, she's drooling. What else? Yeah, I just want to be traveling and having fun with them.
Although she does say she can be a teacher, right? So maybe she's going to homeschool her kids. Let's be real. She's going to homeschool her kids. If her platform gets to continue to the point where her kids go into school, she'll homeschool them because she needs them doing the content. There are so many vloggers right now, Bonnie Holy and a bunch of people I'm going to talk about this week, who are transferring their content, taking their kids out of school so they can be more in vlogs. And they're going on the road, they're doing all this stuff. They're living these weird lives. And I'm not saying don't take your kids out of school. If you can homeschool your kids and your kids will get a good education because of it, do it. Get your kids out of public schools. But if you are not educated enough to school your children, don't do it. Now, I don't know if she can or not. And maybe she can educate them and they'll be really smart. That I'm all for. But at the same time, I'm not all for it if she's just going to use them to make money either. So that's the crappy part about it.
And showing them cool things all the time. I want you to be traveling babies. I want you to be traveling babies. Whoop, whoop.
I don't actually think it's really safe for babies to travel anyway, especially if they're famous. That's for one thing. But again, the schedules, the sleeping, everything else, up and down in airplanes. I mean, I'm a kid who had terrible ears, so flying was always painful for me. I'm not saying it's for them. Mom's out drinking every single meal. I'm just saying it doesn't seem like a good life for children. I could be wrong. Some people might be able to thrive in that environment, but I don't think kids do.
I think, like, I want to be in a serious relationship with one person for the rest, like, through my life.
So marriage? Okay.
But I don't, and I think that I would do a wedding and, like, get married, but I don't think I would ever legally get married.
Okay. I'd do everything but legally get married. I'd do a wedding, I'd live with them for the rest of my life, but I don't get married. Okay.
What was I like in high school? I feel like this is a
You're probably like this.
question I should ask someone else. Did I have any interest in the big social media following, or did I just start doing it for fun? I 100% started doing it for fun. I never would have in a million years guessed that I would be where I am right now.
Meaning making tons of money.
I literally started posting TikToks last June, I think. And I was just at home all day with the babies.
Holy, so she skyrocketed on TikTok in less than a year. Holy crap.
And I was just posting videos. Do I have any plans to travel during summertime? Yes. I really want to go to Scotland. I'll probably go down south. I want to go to California. I really want to go to Yosemite. I want to go so many places this summer. So...
You guys hear it? I mean, I get it. Like, I understand you, me, I. You literally have 2 children who are babies. Again, I don't know. I'm not a full-time traveler. I never did it. I guess if that's their life, that's what they're used to. So I don't know. Some people might have done this. I don't know.
We're saving. Do I ever experience mom guilt? No.
You should. I mean, that's it right there, everybody. That's your answer. No, of course I don't feel guilty. You don't feel guilty for exploiting your kids. That's the super danger here. She doesn't even understand it. That's the problem. I don't feel guilty for exploiting my children for money at all.
I don't think so. My mental health has been so good since I had them. The only thing that I do that would, like, ever make me feel guilty is when I leave them. But I don't even feel guilty for that because they are spending time, like, they're happy. They don't miss me.
No, they don't.
They are so good with everyone, and when I leave them, I'm leaving them with, like, my mom or my aunt or Sophie. And I 100% trust all of those people. And
literally.
And they probably have more fun with them than they do with me.
See these admissions? Again, everybody thinks it's so funny. And she's right, though. They do, because those parents are probably parenting them properly. Not take them all over the world and letting them lick glass and eat shit off hotel bathtubs and, like, getting burnt in the sun and everything else. If you go through her videos, there's not like a ton of videos of them playing with toys or going to playgrounds or doing kid appropriate things. Probably more videos of them hanging out at restaurants and bars being soaked in alcohol than there is of actual doing kid things. Here, we're going to do this kid thing. It's never that. It's making bubbas and going to bars. That's what she does.
I felt really, really bad the time that Violet fell off the bed. I had more mom guilt before they were born. I felt so bad that, like, they weren't going to have a dad. I felt so horrible. Biggest misconception about parenting that I've had. I don't know. I would say that, like, your life changes so much and, like, you can't do the things that you wanted to do before.
That's very telling.
But I always knew, like, before I got pregnant, before I had kids, I always knew that I would still be able to have the life that I want, even...
This is, again, are you guys hearing how selfish she sounds? This is all about me, 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 me. I, me, 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 me. I was scared that I wouldn't be able to do the partying and everything, and so I'm going to do the partying. I shouldn't feel guilty for wanting to be doing all the partying and traveling. All this woman does now is travels and drinks. That's it. So she's living the life that she had before, and because of the baby, she's doing that. Again, it's all about Maia. Maia's life is all about Maia. And all the moms that would be in here and be like, okay, you see, they would see no problem with that. Am I the only one who sees a problem with how selfish she is? Because she is a mom, right? But everything she talks about is about her and her alone.
After I had...
There's never like a consideration here. You know, I know I have the girls and this has to be taken into consideration when I do that, but it's never that. It's always like, I'm going to do all these things. I don't care about them.
Kids. I don't even read comments anymore.
There's no way she does.
I don't get negative comments on other platforms, really. Negative comments don't.
I don't believe you.
I was in Colorado. I was having really, really bad anxiety because we were having storms. And I had to drive through the storms, and so I don't know why I got in like this pit of reading negative comments, and I was like already having anxiety about other things. So that was the only time a negative comment.
She absolutely reads because we just went through comment section that were being deleted. So her or somebody or her managers or whatever, they're doing it. They're going through.
Have ever bothered me, and the comments like they were way more nasty because of certain videos people were putting up. Like they were like.
By the way, this is before my videos, so this comments. I don't know who she's talking about there, but it wasn't me. So, I mean, now she probably thinks it's me, but it wasn't me because she did this video before I even talked about her.
Comments saying that they hoped that I would wake up and like my babies are not alive.
Again, inappropriate, terrible, but you have to understand this for a second. She's already getting comments that she wishes her babies were unalived. And she doesn't do anything about it. She knows her kids have been on CP sites, doesn't do anything about it. Knows her kids are in danger. She's been approached at airports, at bars and everything, doesn't do anything about it. What is she waiting for? Again, this is why I talk about this. Why are we waiting till one of these kids is hurt? And that is what's going to take. That sucks.
Like nasty, nasty comments. Those I obviously would prefer not to read, but like any other comments, like people, especially on TikTok, people just like to comment to start stuff, and it's not really like how anyone feels. Like it's literally just, it's giving me more money because people fight in my comments.
And she's right.
Which I would prefer that people are not fighting in my comments, but if that's just the atmosphere on TikTok.
At least she's admitting it. I get more money when you guys engage with my content.
So you just have to kind of accept it because I don't know.
No, you don't have to accept it. You do not have to put your kids in danger. This is not well, it comes with the territory. You are choosing a life for your kids that puts them in danger. It's not comes with the territory. You just have to accept it. No, you don't. You can get them off the internet before anything bad happens.
Don't know what the fix would be for that.
The fix would be get them off the internet.
Yeah, negative comments just don't bother me. Mainly because I know that people don't mean it. Like, people saying negative things, they are just, like, literally they're just trying to think of the meanest thing they can think of because they know it's going to get people going. Like,
No. I disagree with this sentiment. Maybe earlier, but now you're getting comments saying things like, hey, maybe don't pick them up by their wrists because that's bad for their elbows. And then people attacking that person. That's not a mean thing to say. Hey, if you're, maybe don't let them lick glass at a hotel and then they get attacked. That's not mean things to say. People are honestly, some of these people are actually your fans who are moms themselves. It's like, why would you, maybe don't give them tap water from a hotel that comes out of a huge water tank that might have bugs in it, might have rats in it. Again, don't drink hotel water, everybody. Don't drink hotel water. She puts hotel water and then just doesn't boil it, nothing. Puts in the scoops of the shit that need to be sterile. That stuff's not sterilized. She's not giving her kids the proper care. And so people call her out and then the people fight. It helps her, but she's being disingenuous here. Maybe there were some people that were saying some dumb things. I'm sure there are, but the honest to God, like normal comments about mothering, they get attacked too. So don't give me that bullshit.
They don't actually mean it, you know? How do I handle, this kind of goes along with hate comments, how do I handle all the judgmental comments? Anyone can post any type of unsolicited mom advice they want. I am very confident in my mothering abilities, and if I have a question, I will either directly ask, or I will ask a family member. I will ask their pediatrician.
Well, they're giving you wrong things. Don't give kids warm water from a hotel tap. Don't let your kids eat off hotel bathtubs. Don't let your kids lick hotel glass in the bathrooms. Don't get your kids sunburnt outside. Don't take your kids to bars. Don't feed your kids margaritas. Don't take care of your kids when you're severely hungover. Don't spill alcohol on them. Those are some things you maybe should have asked.
Otherwise, I know what I'm doing, and I don't. You can comment whatever you want to comment.
Oh, we will.
It doesn't matter.
It will matter to you in the end, Maya. I don't think you understand this world that you've entered yourself into. You have no idea. And that's the scariest thing. And this is not the, yes, it's scary for the kids because they are in danger. But let's take that out for a second. You are gathering this train of hate that these people, I kid you not, I've never seen anything like it. They'll dig so far into your life, they will know more about you than your parents. The life that you're leading, the wealth that you're accumulating, that puts a target on your back. These kids' dad will come out eventually. He will be found. Okay, the drama is there. People love the drama. They love it. But the only people that suffer because of the drama that's going to happen because of all this are the little kids. You might even like the drama. But you've put a target on your back for so many ways. People are looking actively right now, not me, actively searching for baby daddy. People would pay this baby daddy to come forward. There are people who are going to dig into your life and found racism already in your family. Found racism in Jillian. That's just a small fraction of what people are going to dig for. And they will find it because they hate you. And they hate you because and again, I don't think that anybody should hate Maia. I think people should feel sorry for the babies because they are being exploited. Maia is not a terrible person. She's a negligent mother. She also does love her kids, but she also then uses them to piss people off, to piss the haters off. That is not what a good mother does, everybody. That's just so silly. Why would you use your kids to piss people off who already hate you? What kind of, I mean, that's not their responsibility to be the subject of your satire, your comedy, or to silence the haters. That's so silly. You have so many targets on your back, and your children have targets on their back, not only from predators and Plutos and crazy fans, but because people are going to look for the drama because they want it. You have entered into the world of YouTube mama drama, of Reddit threads, and it only gets worse for them. And that's really scary, and you need to be scared of that, Maia.
You can comment what you want to comment. I post my videos for millions of people to see, and you can comment on any video.
Fans, are you listening? She just admitted it. So all those fans in there saying, you can't say anything. She just said it. Maia just said it, and she admitted it, and she's right. I post my videos for millions to see. That's what I get. So all those stands that are in there going toe-to-toe with other people, she said it herself. Shut your donut hole.
Video that you want, because I post it in the public eye where anyone can comment. So, yeah, that's what the comments are for. To comment whatever you want to comment. Woohoo! You're standing up, girl. Yeah. Let's just end it there.
Okay, she ended there. So we're covering Maia because this is getting way more dangerous. Okay, everybody? This isn't just about me being a hater. I'm so jealous of Maia. Guys, I like my platform. I like what I do here. I like that I have a voice. It's getting louder. I have over 106,000 subscribers now. It's not nothing. That's not nothing. I've done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of videos on many, many influencers. Okay. And the tide is shifting. Not on TikTok for some reason, though. They're getting honored and being rewarded for exploiting their children. But that's going to come to a head. My issue with Maia, 100%, is that she just admitted that somebody came into a bar screaming and yelling and being belligerent with her kids there. Okay, she's likely drinking. And she doesn't see that that's dangerous. And then she admits, well, I post it so you guys say whatever you want. Well, you have to admit then that you post it so people will do whatever they want in public too. They will come up to you. Nobody, more than probably 3/4 of your fans, don't understand what boundaries are because they like you and your shit's terrible. So clearly they don't have good judgment, right? That's what we can agree on here. If you like Maia's stuff, you have bad judgment because her stuff is terrible. That video was so boring and so terrible. So if you like that stuff, I don't trust you for any of your judgment. That's what I'm saying. Just get your kids off the internet, Maia, because it's going to get way more dangerous. Because the drama that's about to unfold, and I did a video on this before, the skeletons that you have in your closet, and there probably are some, if not in your families, if not in your baby daddies, everybody else, your whole peripheral, everybody around you, your sphere of influence, all that will come out. Anybody in your sphere, they're fair game now because of what you put on the internet. And I'm not saying it's right. I actually don't think it is right, but it's going to happen. And who is going to suffer? You got it. The babies. Everybody take a deep breath. Feel it. That's good. So I'm not going to stop talking about this, but head over to the Reddit forum. Don't go to the YouTube Mama Drama ones. The Reddit one's pretty good. A lot of level-headed people on there. They post comments, a lot of great people having good conversations, saying straightforward, great things. Nobody's really getting vitriolic over there at all. It's not. It's great. A lot of people have, a lot of moms over there with really important things to say about Maia's parenting specifically. It's really great place for information. So head over to Maia Night or Maia Night Snark on Reddit and you'll see that there. But don't forget, you're valuable, brilliant, and beautiful. And I will see you